Hey guys, how's it going? Eric here with the Sours Patch. Thanks for tuning in. Quick shout out to all my subscribers. I just wanted to say a big thank you to each and every single one of you. I appreciate you, and if it wasn't for you guys, honestly, I would not be doing this. So keep the good comments coming, and I'll just keep trying to plug away at all these videos for you. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm doing the 50-hour service on my tractor right now. I have a fishing video that I'm going to be posting. I still have the Yukon fire pit that I need to make a fire in because I want to see how that thing works. Let's see, what do we got going on? So I don't want to chew your ear off. I know you guys are tuning in because you want to see the service. You don't want to sit there and listen to me talk the whole time. So real quick, just a couple things I want to point out though before I get started. I've watched a lot of reviews on other people doing their service on their tractors, and everybody's always pulling off their tires. I'm not going to do that because, like I said in a previous video, my back is all messed up, and I really don't want to be trying to lift these tires and move them around. I guarantee you that will make my back worse. So I'm going to try to do this with the tires on and just work around them. So basically what we're going to be doing today, give you a real quick rundown. Okay, I'm going to do the engine oil and filter, transmission and hydraulic fluid and filter, the front axle oil. I'm going to check the wiring. I'm going to grease everything. I usually grease everything. All these things that you're supposed to check other than the oils that you're changing today, like the wiring, the greasing, the cleaning the air filter, the coolant level, the belt tension. You don't want any more than about a ½ an inch of play on your belt, and the grill screen in the front of this under the hood. That stuff I always check periodically, like every other time. I'd say I check that stuff. This is going to be my first time ever servicing my tractor. This is my first tractor I ever had, so bear with me. And this will be my first time doing this, so I'm sure it might be a little bit bumpy, but we can get through it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is the engine oil. Real quick, I wanted to point out something. The nice thing about this tractor, the TYM T25, is you got your oil fill that's you can fill it there if you want. On the top of your motor here, right there, you see that yellow cap right there? That's also where you can put your oil in. So that is actually going to be where I'm going to put it in because it's going to be a lot easier and probably a lot cleaner than trying to get it on the side right here. You got your oil drain plug. Well, there's one here and then there's one over here. But what I'm going to do, because when you take these drain plugs out, that oil is going to fall on this and it's going to make a mess. It's going to run everywhere. So it's being held in. It's got 2 bolts right here. I'm going to take the one out, the furthest one here, and this one over here. And I'm going to just move it back this way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The batteries fell into the drain pan. I gotta keep this back cover off. This is one of those Harbor Freight lights, and all of a sudden it quit working. I thought it was the batteries, so I changed them out. And here, it works fine when the back cover's off. Oh well. There we go. You guys can still see these? Yeah. Alright. Let's get this oil out of here. There we go. Just had to find the right gap. Okay. I'm gonna let this thing drip for a while and let it all come out, and probably go pick up my boy from daycare, and then when I get back I'll continue. And so now we're just gonna put the drain plugs back in. Actually, before I finish tightening these up, what I'm going to do is put the new filter in, just to stop anything else from leaking over there. This one's out and ready to go. All I gotta do is put oil in it. So engine oil is going to be 2.9 quarts of 15W40. So I'll just put like, probably just a little over 2 quarts. I'll measure that out, dump that in. That way I don't, then I can just creep up on it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do before I go any further, I'm just going to check everything, make sure I don't have any leaks anywhere, everything's nice and tight, and then I'm going to check the dipstick and see if it's where exactly it's registering, and then I'll go from there. I put 2 quarts in, I had that measured, put 2 quarts in, then I guessed, dumped some in, checked it, and it was like right in the middle of the full line and the low line. It was right in the middle, so I thought, okay, I'll try and put that same amount in. I guessed it a little bit wrong. I put a little bit too much in, so I had to empty some out. Luckily, it was like perfect. The amount that I took out was perfect. It was right at the top, right at the full line. So when I checked with my dealer, I emailed Brian Kunkel, and he said that according to their chart, and I'll tell you the size of my tires because the PSI in different size tires is probably going to be different. I mean, I don't know. This, like I said, I'm a first-time tractor owner, so I could be wrong, but he told me that it's supposed to be 20 and 30, and I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the backs are probably 20 and the front is 30. But when he first told me, he had it backwards. He's going to double check on that for me. He's going to talk to his head tech guy, and he's going to get back to me, and then I will let you know. Okay, so let's get started with the hydraulics. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my seat out of the way, and there is 1 bolt here, 1 bolt on the other side. Then you can pivot your seat up. So let's get that done right now. Just from looking at it, I'm going to say it's probably around 17 or 18 millimeter. Yeah, 17. I'm gonna drop that one. Okay, we'll just put this right here in the cup holder. Put that one in that cup holder. Now that actually is better, but I still don't like it. And looking at the seat, it looks like you can very easily just lift this thing right up out of there. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that seat actually just sits right on here. I mean, I could have tried it. I think it might have been out of the way enough. To be honest with you, it really wasn't that bad just to be able to lift that thing up out of there. It had some weight to it, I'm not gonna lie. But that's better than trying to work around the seat, so. The book calls for 5.8, but I've heard numerous times in other places that it's actually not that, it's actually less, so we'll see. This is a 7/8. 7/8 wrench, let's see. 22mm was like really tight, but it went on. Alright, I'm going to grab the plug here so you can see. Look at all those metal shavings on there. And this stuff, that's the paint. That's why it was so hard to get off. But, I mean, in case you don't know, I guess I should mention this too. This plug is magnetic, so if there's any metal shavings in there, obviously everything will go down to the plug and stick on it. It's not focusing, is it? Got my thread tape on there, magnets all clean. Real quick, I'm just going to check, make sure nothing's leaking underneath. Okay, as I expected, it's not showing any fluid in the sight glass yet. Alright, just out of curiosity, I'm going to stop it right there and check. Because if it would happen to be 3 point something, 3 gallons, and we're going to check to see if I can even see it in the sight glass yet. Wow, you guys got to see this. Alright, you guys, we're at the back of the tractor here, and I'm looking at the sight glass, and I only put about 3 gallons in, and look at that. So there's no way that this thing takes 5.8 gallons. I'm going to put a little bit more in, so about 3 gallons. Alright, I'm only going to put it in finger tight for now. I'm going to go get the other side and then I'll zip them down. Okay, so under the tractor here, we're going to do the front axle. This one here is going to be your your air vent. This is going to be your drain plug. And then right there in the middle underneath you're going to have a drain plug, and then on the other side you're going to have the same thing. Drain plug and then a vent. Then your oil fill is going to be right here. So the middle one's going to be a 14 millimeter, and then these ones on the side are going to be 12. Okay, you guys, I had to stop for a while again, so looks like most of the oil has drained out of the front axle. So I'm going to put the plugs back in. Okay, ouch, jeez. Not much room under here. Okay guys, so the front axle oil, it's basically just a gear lubricant. It's 80W90. It calls for 4.7 quarts. Whoa! Oh, it's overflowing. All right, I'm gonna put these plugs in just because I want to. I don't want to lose any more oil than I just did. I'll let that drain into there for a little bit. Okay, let's see. Should be most of this according to the manual. Alright, let's just stop there and see if it's even registering on my dipstick. I did not put 4.7 quarts in it. Okay, yep, that's definitely overfilled. See how wet it is all the way up past that bump? Alright, so I'm gonna have to take a little bit out. That stinks. I hate it when that happens. But hey, this is the first time I'm doing this for this tractor, and if I don't do it, I won't know. So I recommend after you do this, run your tractor a little bit. You know, don't run it for like a whole day. Just run it for a couple minutes just to get the fluid flowing and get everything where it should be. And then check all your fluids again, and then add if necessary. I'm gonna say that's probably good. Okay guys, real quick, like I was saying before, there's that screen on the front of this. I'll show you real quick. It's this right here. To get it out, now I've seen different tractors. I mean, RK, I think they have this this band right here go the whole way across. The T25, you literally just have to pick this air intake up, move it over to the side, like a little tab right here. You can literally just pull it straight up. This hose sometimes can be in the way. It's hard to do with one hand. Okay. So you just pull this out, clean it, blow air through it. It says you can run it through water. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a metal screen. I would just blow air through it, take a rag to it, blow air through it, you know, clean it that way. And mine's clean right now. Like I said, I keep up with this all the time. So I'm not gonna pull it all the way out because I'm only doing this with one hand. So I'm gonna push this back down in. There's a bunch of little tabs that this fits down inside. Okay, so there's that screen. You definitely want to go through and check all your clamps, your hose clamps too. Okay, so your air filter, nothing to it. One of these on this side, there's another one over here. Hell. Now they say you're supposed to blow these out from the inside out. Alright guys, so that'll do it for this service. Like I said, my first tractor, my first 50-hour service. I know that there is things that I probably could have and should have done better. I did think that that was pretty interesting though, with the fluid levels, or I'm sorry, not the fluid levels, the fluid capacities. 5.8 in the manual is definitely wrong. I think it was more like 3 gallons, a little bit over 3 for the hydraulic. The engine oil was close. I think that was pretty close to being right on. The front axle oil, 4.7 quarts, and that was definitely not 4.7 quarts. It was I probably could have checked it at 4 quarts and it probably would have been pretty good. So thanks for watching, you guys. I'm done for the night. I'm gonna go in and get cleaned up, and I will see you guys in the next video.